So this is the second video of my new Axcel site, the LandSlyde with the Picatinny mount for my Hoy RX5. So I bet you are wondering how I sight in this guy. So normally, I always have a blank tape. So that will be my 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I was using the top pin as my floater. So when I put this one all the way on top, so loosen this guy. So one thing I did too is use this one to stop it exactly. So if I wanted everything to be zeroed out, that will mean that this guy is at 20, then 30, 40. But then too, I was using this second one to kind of be my floater for my bottom pin. So normally when I will use, say, my top pin and use it for, saying, like, to be my 30 pin, then my bottom pin will become, well, I know, maybe, let me see, 20, 30, 40, like around 47. So if I want that one to be 50, I will have to put the needle all the way down that way, second, like that, and then all the way on the bottom like that. But I think that will be good. So I think I might still need to do a little bit more sighting in, I think, or this might work out. So right now what I'm gonna do is find out which tape, hopefully a metal tape, that fits to these guys, and then I'm gonna reshoot the bow, make sure everything is out there, even my 20, 30, 40 pin, and my second pin seems to be 10 yards different. So if I put this one at 30, this one will be a 40 still. So okay, let me see. So the way I always do my pins, I mean my side tapes, I always try to find the best one. So that would be 20. Nope, too small, I mean too big. So let's see. Oh man, I think I might not have one. 22. Let's see. Man, I'm gonna have to order one. Yeah. So that will be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. But I was having a little issue of my up and downs. So that will be 21, 22. Not good. Let me see. Nope. Okay. Let's test out these guys then. So if my 21 didn't work, let's find out 20. So 20 right here. Okay. And the easiest way I do this one will be this way, like this. But when I do find a tape that works, I will reshoot the bow, and it might change a bit. I might just need to move the needles for it to work, or maybe use a, a smaller tape, or maybe one number up, and everything falls in place. That's the best way. Well, for me it works out. So I don't know if I mean, it's one way you can do it as well, but it might not work out for you, but that's the best way it works out for me. So this one, it's almost there. Let's try 19. Yeah, sometimes a little bit of a hassle. Man, it sucks that this didn't work out. $19.60. Yeah, I think 19 will work because for my 60 I had to go a little bit low, so I will do 19. So now what I need is a knife to cut this thing. But I didn't have too much problem sighting in this guy. What I did first was put it all the way up. Found, this one to be my 20, then 30, 40. The great thing about, if you had that little micro adjustment to do, would be, so for my middle pin, you loosen this guy and then micro adjust it to this until you got it dialed in where you need to, then tie it in. Then the third pin, give it almost the same gap as my second pin, and if I needed to move it up and down, I will micro adjust it, but I wouldn't tie it until I was happy where it was hitting. And I try to keep them mostly in the middle so it's easier to see. Okay. Okay, so I found tape 19 to work for now until, oh man, got 14 and 13 here, too small. Knife. I know there was a knife. Knife. No, there was a knife. Boom. Found a knife. My PSC knife. So, let's see. I think this might be a lot harder to do it this way, so I'm gonna do it away from the camera so I'm able to see it, or do it this way. This way. Okay. Cut. Okay. That should have done it. See? A sharp knife is a safe knife. So now I will put this guy lining up with my 20. Well, I think the easiest way is gonna be like this. Watch. If you line it up with the lines, it's gonna be too difficult. So the easiest way would be to put this one all the way up to your 20, so at least the needle, it's much easier to kind of like follow. So you go under the dots. Oh man, this seems weird. So I have to look under the camera because that is really hard to see this way. This end a little bit. There you go. Almost close. Not there yet. Must be done. So let's see. That looks very good. Maybe a little bit more. Not quick. Too much. There you go. Perfect. Perfectino. 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 Okay. So, tape 19. So, 20, 30, 40. When this one hits 20, but I still need to work a little bit more on this one. I believe this one should be more down to get this one more here. That way when I move my 20 pin to 30, it should line up with 50, but right now it's 45. I mean, I love this thing. Like I said, with this adjustments right here, I mean, this guy right here, you want to play a little bit on it to just put in a certain spot that this one is not too loose, because then you can do this easy. If it's too loose too, then you can move it this way and you don't have too much control. I mean, you do have control, but this is way too easy for it to move around. So just play with a little tension until you find a spot. Just a little bit. Two. I'll prefer this. And I mean, if you go hunting and you want this guy to not move on you, just to make sure, just tie it really well, so then you know it's going nowhere. But for me, that I might need to move it a little bit. Nope. There you go. So that's how I sighted in my LandSlyde from Axcel with the Picatinny mount on my RX5. Oh, another thing on this side, well, on the bow, I'm shooting a 74-pound bow with a 462 grain arrow. It's a E-Sem full metal jacket, 4mm, that I got from John. It's 74-pound bow, RX5 Alpha. I'm shooting 273 feet per second with it, and a blade stabilizer on the front, 10 inches, and I believe like 3-4 ounces. And then I'm using the small stabilizer that came with the bow as my sidebar. And then I'm using the new quiver from Tight Spot, the 2-piece one.